More than 110 years have passed since the Titanic sank, yet scientists are still finding new things buried 12,500 feet below the ocean. What lies down there isn't just metal and rust, it's history frozen in time. From human remains to a necklace with a prehistoric shark tooth, every discovery tells a story that shocked the entire world. Let's explore the 10 most surprising discoveries ever made on the Titanic. Number 1. Human remains on the ship. In 2004, a chilling photograph taken during an underwater expedition revealed what looked like human remains inside the Titanic's wreck. It was over 90 years after the disaster, yet the image of what seemed to be bones resting deep inside the decaying ship caught the attention of the world. The discovery triggered both scientific curiosity and ethical debate. Researchers and historians faced a serious question: should the site be treated as an archaeological treasure, or as a graveyard for the 1,500 souls who perished that night? Some believed that exploring the remains offered valuable insight into history and preservation. Others insisted that disturbing the site disrespected the memory of those who died. The Titanic, once a lost symbol of human progress, became a symbol of fragility and loss. Finding what might be human remains reminded everyone that beneath the fascination lies tragedy, a tragedy frozen in time at the bottom of the sea. Number 2. The ship was never truly unsinkable. Before its maiden voyage, the Titanic was called unsinkable. But what investigators later found proved that this confidence was misplaced. When scientists studied the wreck, they found that many of the rivets used to hold the ship's hull together were of poor quality, made with iron that snapped under pressure. The Titanic also lacked a double hull, a safety feature that might have slowed flooding when the iceberg struck. Its watertight compartments, once believed to be the best of their time, were not tall enough to prevent water from spilling from one section to another. To make matters worse, the ship was moving at near maximum speed in an area filled with icebergs. All of those details, weak rivets, flawed design, and risky speed, came together in one tragic equation. The Titanic's sinking wasn't just an accident of nature, it was a reminder of human overconfidence in the face of nature's power. Number 3. The optical illusion theory. Decades after the disaster, historians began to consider whether a strange natural phenomenon might have helped seal the ship's fate. One theory, known as super-refraction, suggested that on the night the Titanic sank, the air above the ocean created a visual illusion. Cold air trapped under a layer of warm air bent light in unusual ways, distorting how objects appeared from a distance. This could have made the iceberg seem farther away or even invisible until it was too late. The lookouts in the crow's nest were already at a disadvantage. They had no binoculars. If the atmosphere created optical distortions, their chances of spotting danger dropped even lower. What looked like calm, clear water might actually have been hiding a deadly illusion. This discovery showed that not all tragedies are purely man-made. Sometimes nature itself can deceive the human eye. Number 4. Lifeboat shortage. Perhaps one of the most shocking realizations from the Titanic's wreck was how few lifeboats it carried. Although the ship was designed to hold 64, it left port with only 20. The decision was based not on safety, but on aesthetics. The designers thought too many lifeboats would make the deck look crowded. When disaster struck, panic spread. There weren't enough seats for everyone, and poor evacuation planning made it worse. Some lifeboats were launched half-empty, while hundreds of people were left with no escape at all. Out of more than 2,200 passengers and crew, over 1,500 lost their lives. It was not just an accident of ice and steel, but of human arrogance and design failure. Every missing lifeboat became a symbol of choices made for beauty over safety. Number 5. The engineer's final sacrifice. Deep below the decks of the Titanic worked a team of engineers and electricians. When the ship hit the iceberg and chaos took over, these men made a decision that defined courage. Instead of fleeing for safety, they stayed at their stations, keeping the power and lights running so passengers could find their way out. They knew the ship was doomed, but they refused to abandon their posts. Their work allowed the distress signals to keep transmitting, giving rescue ships a chance to reach survivors. None of the engineers made it out alive. Their sacrifice became one of the most powerful untold stories of the Titanic, a reminder that in the darkest moments, humanity can shine brightest. Number 6. The imposter funnel. When explorers examined the wreck and compared it with old blueprints, they found something strange. The Titanic had 4 large funnels, but only 3 were functional. The 4th was added purely for decoration. It had no purpose other than to make the ship look more powerful and luxurious. In the early 1900s, the number of funnels on an ocean liner symbolized status. 4 funnels meant prestige, strength, and technological dominance. But this false funnel revealed something deeper about the era. Appearances mattered more than practicality. In hindsight, that extra funnel became a quiet symbol of the mindset that contributed to the tragedy: pride, image, and the illusion of perfection. Number 7. The unknown victims. For decades, the official number of Titanic victims has been uncertain. Estimates range between 1,419 and 1,635. The chaos of that night and the incomplete passenger records left many questions unanswered. Among those lost were newlyweds, immigrants chasing a dream, and entire families seeking a better life. Some bodies were never recovered. Others were buried without identification. In 2018, DNA testing helped identify a few of these nameless victims, bringing long-delayed closure to families. But hundreds remain unknown, their stories buried under waves and time. Each number on the casualty list is not just a statistic. It is a reminder of a life that once had dreams, laughter, and hope. Number 8. Discovery of the wreck. For over 70 years, the Titanic's exact location remained a mystery. That changed in 1985, when oceanographer Dr. Robert Ballard and his team from the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution finally found it. Using a deep-sea vehicle named Argo, equipped with sonar and cameras, they captured the first images of the ship since it sank. The footage stunned the world. The Titanic's bow stood upright, nearly intact, while debris stretched for miles across the seabed. The photographs revealed haunting details: chandeliers, plates, shoes, and even suitcases resting silently in the dark. It felt as if time itself had stopped in 1912. The discovery reignited global fascination. It wasn't just a lost ship found. It was history resurfacing from the depths, reminding humanity of its limits and its courage to explore the unknown. Number 9. The Megalodon Tooth Necklace. Among the many artifacts found, one of the strangest was a gold necklace featuring a prehistoric megalodon tooth from a shark that lived millions of years ago. The history linked the Titanic's modern tragedy with the ancient mysteries of Earth's history. The necklace symbolized more than wealth. It represented humanity's fascination with rarity and power. Its presence inside the Titanic showed how people of that era collected and carried pieces of the past, even as they sailed into the future. Finding a megalodon tooth among jewels in China stunned archaeologists. It was proof that even luxury can hide odd, almost poetic connections across time, from the depths of ancient seas to the depths of the North Atlantic. Number 10. The wreck's slow disappearance. Today, the Titanic is slowly disappearing. A special kind of bacteria, Holomonas titanicae, is eaten away at its iron hull. These microbes consume metal, leaving behind rust formations called rusticles, which make the wreck crumble a little more each year. Scientists estimate that by the year 2100, little of the Titanic might remain. Expeditions are now racing against time to capture high-resolution images and 3D scans before it vanishes completely. This process is more than biological decay. It's a reminder of how even the strongest human creations cannot outlast nature. The ship that once represented power and pride is now turning back into dust, completing its journey from greatness to memory. Even after more than a century, the Titanic continues to speak. Through the objects found, the stories told, and the mysteries still buried deep below. It reminds us how powerful nature is and how fragile human ambition can be. If you want to explore more untold stories like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Should the Titanic be left in peace, or should we keep uncovering its secrets?